How is everyone doing? Super excited and fired up to be here with each and every last one of you all tonight. I would like everybody to do one of the three things: to like, share, and comment upon this video, because you never know who might needs to hear this, but there will be some value being dropped tonight, and hopefully you can find some type of value out of what's being said tonight. But tonight is very special because I'm gonna be giving y'all pretty much the quotes that actually changed my whole paradigm, coming from the paradigm shifter himself, the legendary Mr. Bob Proctor. Now, if you do not know Bob Proctor, I highly suggest that you check him out, because Bob Proctor is actually one of the most famous authors, paradigm shifters, like I just said, motivational speakers in this world. When I say world, the world knows about this man, and as well as his teaching and his wisdom that is relating to the law of attraction. Now, I'm going to be giving you all some of my most favorite quotes tonight. So if you got a pen and pad handy, I definitely suggest that you actually put that into use, because it's going to be a lot of gems being dropped tonight, and you're going to actually see why he is one of my mentors from afar, right? So number one, the only limit on our lives is the ones that we impose upon ourselves. I'm going to say that again. The only limit in our lives are the ones that we impose upon ourselves. Now, when I seen this, the thing that I took from it was that the universe has no limits. So neither do you. Now, a lot of us go through life with limitations, and some of these limitations are actually limitations that we find and we set into our mind. Now, I like when Steve Harvey had told this story about the flea. Now, the flea itself can jump 200 times more than its body, right? But if you put a flea in a jar and look at the other fleas keep bumping their head on the top of the jar, guess what? That flea is only gonna jump so much so it don't bump his head. But a lot of us out here actually have that top upon our jar, and that jar is our mind and our imagination. Now, once you take that off, now you actually have no limits. So actually you putting more limits on yourself than you actually even know about. So take those limits off yourself, because the universe has no limits. So why should you have limits, right? So number two, this one right here just hit me on a whole nother level, right? So you are your only problem, right? You are your only problem, and the only problem you will ever have, and you the solution. So you are the only problem that you will ever have, and you the solution. Now, when I heard this, I broke it down to you are the problem and the solution at the same time. Now, this is one of the most empowering things you could ever understand about life, because a lot of people go through life actually standing in their own way. You have to get out your own way to make a way. So when I say that you are the problem and the solution at the same time, yeah, you might have a problem, but there is a solution to every problem that you can ever think about. But majority of the time, we be so stuck in our head, then we actually standing in our own way. So number three, I talk about this all the time. If you're not new to me actually speaking to you all each and every Sunday, I talk about this every single time. And even in personal conversations with people that's around me, your thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. I'm going to say it again. Your thoughts become things. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand, right? Now, I want everybody to know that you have the power. You have the power to adjust your experiences by adjusting your thoughts. Because like I said, your thoughts and your thinking process and your mind is one of the most powerful things that the Creator has gave us. But if you don't want more of something, get it. If you don't want more of something, then don't spend too much time thinking about it. Because I do know whatever you think about, come about. If you don't want something, don't think about it. But if you have a burning desire for something, keep constantly thinking about it. But then in the midst of you thinking about it, actually put forth that action to actually get it done. Actually put forth that action to actually get it done. Now, number four, if this this right here hit on a whole nother level. If you know what to do to reach your goal, it isn't a big enough goal. I'm going to say that again. If you know what to do to reach your goal, it isn't a big enough goal. You have to stretch your mind and stretch your goals beyond your current understanding, which means your current understanding as well as your current situation. Because it's not up to you to figure out the how. You got to actually just do the work in between and grow into your goals. Because if you want something big enough, you have to grow into that person to actually get that goal accomplished. You don't just accomplish goals just by accomplishing them. You have to grow into the goal. You have to. Now, number five. Now, this one right here, it hits on a whole nother level for me too. So I hope everybody got their pens and pad out, right? To believe in things you can see and touch is no belief at all. Woo. To believe in things that you can see and touch is no belief at all. But to believe in the unseen is both triumph and a blessing. It's both triumph and a blessing. Now, I do know that to have faith is far more greater. It's far more, this thing dropped. It's far more greater, right? Than anything you can ever fathom. Because if you actually have faith, now you moving on a whole nother time span. If you have faith, you moving on a whole nother time span than the things you actually can receive. Right? Because you have a plan for yourself, but God have a much greater plan for you. So that's why I said to actually believe means you're actually believing in the unseen, but you have this unwavering faith that it's going to happen. You have to. You have to, right? So number 6, change. Now, I always know that we are creatures of actually really just staying the same. Us as human beings, we love to stay the same, and we avoid change at all costs. But one thing that I do know, change is very, very unavoidable. You cannot run from that. Change is going to happen regardless whether you want it to or you don't want it to happen. But personal growth is a choice. Personal growth is a choice. You have the power to decide whether you let challenges and changes in your life either empower you or disempower you. You have that choice and you have that power. So we all go through things. Now, the thing is, you need to ask yourself, am I going to let this better me or I'm going to let this hinder me? But it all starts with your thought process, right? It all starts with your thought process. What you going to do? What you going to do now? Right? So the next one, number 7. I hope y'all really paying attention to these gems being dropped. And y'all see why I actually follow this man. Because like I said, this man right here actually changed his paradigm. It changed your way of thinking once you actually understand the things that I'm actually telling you, right? So everything was created twice. Once in the mental and then once in the physical plane. So we have all these things that we actually use today, but we're not actually thinking about the process that it actually took to get it done. Just like your cell phone. Somebody had to come up with it to the point that was on the house phone. Like, you know what? I'm tired of carrying this cord around the house. Let's create something to the point that I can talk outside. Or they got tired of actually saying, you know what? I'm tired of actually walking around, or we tired of actually using these horses and stable. Let's make a car. Or you got tired of driving. Now we get to the point of, I think we can get there a little bit more fast. It might sound crazy, but I think we can fly. Think about it. All these things was once created in the mind, but then now it's in the physical. So if you have something that you're thinking about, I'm talking about really thinking about, think about it and focus on it so much to the point that you actually put forth the plan to actually bring it into the physical. Because we all need it, right? No matter what the naysayers say or how much you doubt yourself, just put it out there. Put it out there into the universe. All right? So number 8, see yourself. I'm going to say this again. See yourself living in abundance and you will attract it. It always works. I'm talking about it works every single time with every single person. Now, the law of attraction work, but then now the question you need to ask yourself is, do you work? Do you actually work? Because trust me, it does not discriminate. But you have to first visualize it, and then once you visualize, now you can materialize it. Like I said, and I always talk about this. Your thoughts are very, very big, and it's a heavy part of your life. So how you think can actually mold your future. But you have to think positive. Yeah, you're going to go through some negative things in life, but I guarantee the positive of the situation outweighs the negative, no matter what it is. And number 9, this was my most favorite one, and I really hope everybody can relate to this one, right? It does not matter. It does not matter where you are. You are nowhere compared to where you can go. I'm going to say that again. It does not matter where you are. You are nowhere compared to where you can go. Now, we all have all the power within us. No matter how bad things are right now for you, you can actually change it around and actually create the life that you want. So you're going through financial situations, you can create your own economy. No matter what it is, whatever situation you in right now, you currently in right now, guess what? You can all change it around. But it first starts with your thoughts. And that's one thing that I know Mr.Proctor taught me. You are the controller of your thoughts, but you cannot let your thoughts outweigh you. So once they outweigh you, now you find yourself in situations where you don't see no way out, but you have to keep swimming. Now, hopefully you all actually found one of these Bob Proctor quotes more valuable than I did and actually run with it, right? Now, if you like one of the quotes, I definitely want to hear it in the comment section, and I actually want you to share it with me because, like I said, I want to hear it. But be looking out for my Mindset Monday video tomorrow. If you found value out of this, I guarantee you find value out of the gem that I will be dropping tomorrow. Like I said, I always remember to love, serve, and grow. And I appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning into this live. As a matter of fact, shout out to Mr. Bob Proctor. I want to give that man his roses right now. If you don't follow Bob Proctor, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, I think he on Facebook too, follow that man. Follow that man, shift your paradigm, and shift your future. But I like I said, I appreciate each and every last one of you all for getting on. And let's kick this week off right and start with a good thought. All right, y'all have a good one.